Iran-Israel. Active conflict. 800 U.S. soldiers killed. Iran's claim. 10,321 Israeli soldiers killed. Iran's claim. 70 Israeli locations struck. 17 U.S. bases destroyed. Iran's claim. Iran launched heavy strikes on Israeli cities, including Haifa and Dimona, targeting settlements in occupied territories. Multiple buildings were destroyed. The Israeli military says it intercepted several missiles mid-air. Iran's Revolutionary Guard states it targeted over 70 locations inside Israel. A Hezbollah attack resulted in the confirmed death of one Israeli elite force soldier, acknowledged by the Israeli military. The mayor of Kiryat Shmona, a city near the Lebanese border, stated that 16,000 residents have evacuated and the remaining 10,000 face severe danger. He said publicly that the Israeli state has failed in its objectives in this area. Israel's Army Chief Eyal Zamir issued a formal warning: reserve soldiers are reaching their limit. A former Israeli prime minister confirmed the military is short approximately 20,000 soldiers, adding the war started without a strategy or sufficient resources. Graphic: map of confirmed Iran-Israel strike locations. Label unconfirmed claims separately. U.S.-Iran ceasefire talks. President Trump announced a 10-day extension on the pause of U.S. strikes against Iranian energy infrastructure, extending the deadline to April 6th. This follows an earlier 5-day pause that expired today. In a cabinet meeting, Trump said negotiations with Iran are proceeding well. He simultaneously warned that if no ceasefire is reached, the U.S. will resume strikes without restraint. He also claimed Iran is seeking a deal. Iran officially rejected the U.S. proposal, calling it one-sided and in the interest of America and Israel only. Iranian officials stated the 15-point proposal, delivered through Pakistan, lacked necessary guarantees. Iran added it is now waiting for a U.S. response to its counter-position. Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Khamenei, was killed in a strike. Iranian media released what it described as one of his last photographs, taken shortly before his death. American veteran James Webb said in an interview that the killing has united Iran's civilian population against the United States. Graphic: ceasefire timeline. April 1st, pause expires. April 6th, new deadline. U.S. claim versus Iran response, shown as two separate columns. Pakistan, diplomatic channel. Pakistan is currently serving as the primary intermediary between the United States and Iran. Both countries are exchanging messages through Pakistani diplomatic channels. Foreign Minister Ishaq Dar confirmed that the U.S. shared a 15-point ceasefire proposal with Iran through Pakistan. Pakistan relayed Iran's response back to Washington. Dar stated Pakistan is making every possible diplomatic effort to reduce tensions. U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff praised Pakistan's role directly, saying Pakistan enabled the exchange of strong and constructive messages between the two sides. President Trump referenced Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif by name in his cabinet meeting. Turkey and Egypt are also supporting broader regional diplomatic efforts. Pakistan's foreign minister held separate calls with his Turkish and Jordanian counterparts. An emergency session was chaired by President Zardari to review the conflict's impact on Pakistan's fuel prices, energy planning, and food security. Citizens were advised to reduce fuel use and shift to public transport. Graphic: Pakistan shown as message bridge between Washington and Tehran, label as indirect talks. Region: regional, UAE, Saudi, Russia, EU. In Abu Dhabi, UAE air defense intercepted a ballistic missile. Debris from the interception killed 2 people, including 1 Pakistani national. Pakistan's embassy is facilitating repatriation of the body. Saudi Arabia's defense ministry confirmed 8 drones were intercepted and destroyed in the eastern province. The EU's foreign policy chief accused Russia of providing Iran with intelligence and drone support to target U.S. forces in the region. U.S. Secretary of State Marco Rubio said he believes Russia's focus remains primarily in Ukraine and declined to comment further. Ukrainian President Zelensky arrived in Saudi Arabia. He said Ukrainian drone defense specialists are now advising Gulf countries and called on Middle Eastern nations to supply Ukraine with missile defense equipment and funding. Regional map: mark Abu Dhabi and Saudi incidents with date stamps. Domestic sports. Pakistan domestic plus sports. PSL 11, Lahore Qalandars defeated Hyderabad Kings by 69 runs in the tournament opener. Lahore posted 199 for 6. Fakhar Zaman scored 53. Tonight, Karachi Kings vs Quetta Gladiators, live on Geo Super. Miami Open, Coco Gauff reached the final. Janice Sinner advanced to the semifinals. Standard studio shot for domestic news. PSL scorecard graphic for sports. Keep this segment under 60 seconds.